Let's be brutally honest. There's nothing more frustrating to a man than being consistently ignored by a woman he's showing genuine interest in. You text her and she takes hours, sometimes days, to reply. You try to initiate plans and she might be busy. She watches your stories but doesn't respond to your messages. One minute she's warm, the next she's ice cold. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. And the worst part? You start questioning yourself. Did I do something wrong? Is she just busy? Should I try harder? Here's the reality most men don't want to face. A woman ignoring you is never a random act. It's either a calculated move to test you, or a sign she doesn't value you the way you wish she did. And the way you respond to that ignorance determines whether she starts chasing you, or completely erases you from her radar. Modern dating is not about just showing up and being nice. It's about understanding power dynamics, how attention, silence, and timing play a role. If you don't learn how to handle a woman who ignores you, you'll waste time, lose self-respect, and worst of all, you'll start chasing someone who was never planning to value you in the first place. This video is going to change the way you respond to being ignored, forever. You'll learn exactly what to do when she acts distant, how to stay in control emotionally, and most importantly, how to flip the script so that she starts noticing your absence more than she ever noticed your presence. Let's break this down step by step, because once you master this, she won't ignore you again, not if you play it right. Let's get into it. 1. Stop chasing. The first mistake most men make when a woman starts ignoring them is doubling their efforts. You text more, you call more, you try to get her attention by being funny, sweet, or overly generous. In your mind, you're thinking, maybe she's busy, maybe she didn't see my message, maybe I just need to remind her I'm a good guy. But here's the harsh truth. Chasing a woman who is ignoring you is like pouring gasoline on a fire you're trying to put out. It only makes things worse. When you chase, you're sending her a very clear message without saying a word. I value you more than I value myself. That's not attractive to a woman. It's suffocating. Women are drawn to men who have presence, not pressure. And the moment she senses you're emotionally invested more than she is, she loses the urge to invest anything back. She knows you're available at her convenience, and that makes her respect for you drop instantly. In the modern dating world, chasing no longer communicates interest. It communicates insecurity. Women have options. They know when you're desperate for attention. And once they smell that desperation, they know they have the power. What you need to do is the exact opposite of what your emotions are screaming at you to do. You need to pull back. Completely. Not in a petty or emotional way, but with quiet confidence. Let her wonder where you went. Let her feel the space you leave behind. That space is your power. You're not teaching her a lesson. You're showing yourself that you don't beg for attention from anyone. You don't chase silence. If she's ignoring you, the best response is to honor that by giving her nothing to respond to. No more texts, no more likes, no more, hey, just checking in. Let her sit in her silence and see if she can handle it. Most times she won't. And if she can, then she was never the one anyway. 2. Mirror. Her energy. One of the most powerful, underused tactics a man can apply in today's dating world is the art of mirroring. If she's ignoring you, going silent, or giving you half-effort responses, you don't confront it, argue about it, or over-explain your worth. You simply match her behavior. You reflect it. You mirror it with the same calm detachment she's showing you. That doesn't mean you're being passive or weak. It means you're emotionally intelligent enough to respond, not react. When a woman begins to ignore you, what she's really doing, whether consciously or not, is testing the balance of power. She's trying to see how easily you lose yourself just because her attention is no longer guaranteed. If you respond by panicking, pressing harder, or needing answers, you lose your frame. But when you mirror her distance with cool composure, you're sending a different message. I won't give more than I'm receiving. My energy is valuable, and I protect it. This tactic is incredibly effective because it makes a woman face the same uncertainty she tried to create in you. Suddenly, she's the one wondering why you're quiet. She's checking your online status. She's replaying the last thing you said, trying to figure out if something changed. That shift in energy is powerful. It flips the script. You go from being the one needing answers to the one who creates questions. But here's what makes mirroring so potent. It must come from a place of real self-respect, not petty revenge. If you're just pretending to be unbothered while secretly hoping she'll notice and chase you, it'll show. Your energy won't lie. You must genuinely accept that if she's choosing to be distant, you're choosing to match that with indifference, not bitterness, not sarcasm, not games, just silence that reflects hers. You also have to understand the modern woman is used to men overreacting. She expects pursuit. She expects you to chase, question, or even beg. So when you don't, when you actually mirror her energy and go on with your life without needing closure or drama, it shakes her. It forces her to reevaluate you. Suddenly, she's not sure if she still has your attention, and that's when curiosity kicks in. Curiosity leads to interest. Interest leads to effort. And effort is what you want, not silence you're constantly trying to break. Mirroring doesn't mean playing cold for the sake of control. It means you remain emotionally balanced. If she's warm, you're warm. If she's cold, you're cool. And when she realizes she's not getting any extra energy from you while she's offering nothing, she'll either step up or step out. Either way, you win. 3. Control your emotions. This is where most men fail, not in what they say or do, but in how they feel. When a woman ignores you, your emotions become your biggest enemy if you don't know how to control them. You start overthinking. You check your phone 10 times in 5 minutes. You replay every conversation in your head trying to figure out where you went wrong. And before you know it, your confidence starts to break down. That emotional chaos inside you? She can feel it, even if you don't say a word. Modern women are emotionally intuitive. They pick up on energy fast. If you're operating from a place of anxiety, uncertainty, or desperation, it shows. You might think you're being calm and collected, but your eyes, your words, your behavior, they all betray your inner state. That's why mastering emotional control is not a luxury. It's a necessity if you want to be respected and desired. When she ignores you, your first instinct might be to get a reaction out of her. You may feel like you have to post something online to make her jealous, or subtly let her know you're talking to someone else. But here's the problem. Those are all reactions. That means she still has control. She's setting the tone, and you're dancing to her rhythm. Real emotional control is when you don't do anything performative at all. You let silence stay silent. You don't try to prove your worth. You don't need a response to feel valid. You must learn to sit with the discomfort of being ignored without losing yourself. That's real strength. That's emotional discipline. And it's in those moments where men are separated from boys. The boy reacts, the man reflects, the boy panics, the man pauses. And that pause, where you don't reach out, where you don't chase, where you don't let your emotions drive your decisions, is where your power is rebuilt. Most women aren't used to men who can remain composed when they play the ignoring game. They expect emotional volatility. They expect either anger or begging. When you give them neither, you become a mystery. And mystery creates value. You must remember, your emotions are a message. If you're constantly needing reassurance, you're telling her she's more important than your peace of mind. But if you remain still, steady, and unmoved, you're telling her that your self-worth is not up for negotiation. Your ability to control your emotions when you're being tested determines everything. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about not letting her behavior dictate your internal state. That calm energy, it's rare, and rare is attractive. So when she goes cold, don't heat up. Get still. Stay grounded. Keep your emotions on your side, not working against you.